One of the things that the Guardian wants to work on is potty training with Charley. And one of the things that Charley doesn't do is let us know when she needs to potty. So first of all, I want to do maybe a couple of videos. We'll see, maybe just one or maybe a couple of videos on potty training. What is the word for potty?
Potty.
Okay. And how did you introduce the word?
When we went outside.
You said go potty?
Said, let's go potty, outside, let's go potty. And then when she would go, it'd be like, oh, you potty, hey.
And then, okay. So a lot of dogs learn through association, like we were talking about off camera. It's really our timing of our words, and the words that we use are very important. A lot of people use way too many words, especially when it's potty training, like the dog potty's like, oh, good potty, what a good dog, you potty, potty, potty. And the more excitement that we use, sometimes that'll interrupt their potty, so they don't completely eliminate or empty their bladders, or evacuate, as the vets like to say. The other thing is the key on the first word that you say. So the way that I do it is I take the dog out and I watch the dog. And I would take the dog out on a leash. You don't have an electric fence, but you want to be able to take the dog to the place that you want them to potty, not just everywhere. So I take them away from the house. Their mother will teach them not to potty right near their den. So take them to the area that you want her to potty at and give her 5 minutes to potty. If she doesn't potty in 5 minutes, bring her back inside, put her in her playroom, or tie the leash to your belt and go about your day for another half an hour to 45 minutes, and then take her outside and again give her 5 minutes. One of the biggest mistakes a lot of people do is they put the dog out for long enough. They're like, well, she was out for an hour. She had to go potty. Puppies are notoriously distractible. And so if they don't go in 5 minutes, it's not urgent enough for them to need to go. So when you do get the dog eliminating, you want to be within close proximity, which is why the leash is helpful. So as soon as the dog starts pottying, and I don't encourage it, I just bring it out to the area and I wait for it to do it on its own. Now, if they're going to go number 2, you can look at their rear end and kind of pucker a little bit. You can say beforehand, potty, or whatever your command word is. Now, a lot of times they kind of start going back and forth and they're sniffing the ground. Those are good indications they have to potty, especially if they're going to poop. And then basically, as soon as the dog starts to eliminate, I say the word potty 1 time in a medium tone of voice, and pronunciation matters. So not potty, potty. Or if you want to always say potty, that's fine. You can use a specific inflection that's different so the dog understands what you're saying, but it needs to be consistent. And again, overexcitement is a mistake a lot of people make. So when the dog starts, potty, and then I have a high value treat with me. As soon as the dog gets done, I crouch down into kind of a baseball catcher's squatting position, and I have the leash so the dog's not too far away, and I have the treat. Now, the first couple times, the dog might not come right away, but after a while, it realizes it gets the treat afterwards. It'll come right over to you. So when it comes over to me, I pop it in the dog's mouth, and at the same time, I simultaneously say the word potty. This is what connects the reward with the action, and because we said the word when the dog action started, then we deliver the word at the same time we provide the reward. So that connects all 3 of those things together. Now, the 3 times that a puppy is going to be most apt to need to potty: number 1, right after waking up; number 2, after eating; and number 3, after playtime. So if your dog has heavy play and then all of a sudden kind of runs off, or just stops playing and pauses, that's the time to take it outside. A good rule of thumb is until the dog's potty trained, try to take it out once an hour. So maybe just at the top of the hour, every hour, even if I was out there 10 minutes ago, just the more often you give your dog an opportunity to potty outside, we're creating a habit of pottying outside. Okay. Now, what I like to do is, again, I take the dog to the place I want to potty. It's on a leash, and I stand in the middle of that area. And if they go anywhere in that proximity where the leash will allow, and I let it go kind of wherever it wants, just in a circle around me, if it potties in that zone, I give it 5 treats. Potty, potty. Every time the treat touches the dog's lips is when they should hear the command words simultaneously. Not potty, then deliver, or not potty, potty, potty. And we want the dog going, these treats are amazing. What did I just do to get 5 of them? So we do that every time they potty for a week. So now we start to associate the sound with the command word with the action with the reward. Then what I do is I take the dog out after about a week or 2 weeks of doing this, depending on how responsive they are. I take them to that area, and then if they potty in that same area where the leash would allow, even though they're off leash, they get 5 treats. If they go a little bit closer to the house, they get 4 treats. Then if they get closer still to the house, 3 treats, 2 treats. Anywhere outside is 1 treat. So we want to make sure that the dog has and an inclination or motivation to go where you want. Otherwise, you end up with dead spots in your lawn because the dog's potty wherever it's most convenient. We're going to cover how to teach your dog to ring a bell when they need to potty in the next video.